July 5th, 2017. In Thailand, while most of the world was going about its day, an international operation was already in motion. Law enforcement agencies from multiple countries were preparing to shut down something most people had never heard of. A hidden online marketplace operating in the darkest corners of the internet. For years, it had allowed drugs, weapons, and stolen identities to move freely across borders. Millions of dollars changed hands every single day, and the man behind it believed he was invisible. But on this day, that illusion ended. Because July 5th, 2017 marked the beginning of the fall of the world's largest dark web marketplace, AlphaBay. And at the center of it all was a 25-year-old Canadian named Alexandre Cazes. Alexandre Cazes was born on October 19, 1991, in Trois-Rivières, Quebec, Canada. To his family, he was just a normal kid. Quiet, intelligent, curious. According to his father, Alexandre lived a simple and peaceful life. No trouble, no crime, no red flags. But behind that calm exterior was a mind obsessed with technology, money, and power. By the age of 17, while most teenagers were still in school, Alexandre founded a company called EBX Technologies. Officially, it repaired computers and sold software. Unofficially, US authorities would later claim it was just a front. In the summer of 2013, something changed. Alexandre began building a website, not on the normal internet, but on the dark web. A hidden part of the internet that requires special software to access. No Google searches, no real names, just anonymity. That website would become AlphaBay. When AlphaBay launched publicly in December 2013, it filled a massive void. Just weeks earlier, the FBI had shut down Silk Road, the largest dark web marketplace at the time. Millions of buyers and sellers were suddenly homeless. AlphaBay welcomed them all. Drugs, weapons, stolen credit cards, fake identities. Everything had a price. Behind the scenes, Alexandre operated under the alias Alpha02, taking 2% to 4% of every transaction. AlphaBay. And at the center of it all was a 25-year-old Canadian named Alexandre Cazes. By 2016, AlphaBay had grown rapidly. It had over 200,000 users and more than 40,000 sellers. Its yearly activity reached hundreds of millions of dollars. Investigators later estimated that the platform was generating hundreds of thousands of dollars every day. At the same time, the United States was facing a serious public health crisis. Authorities discovered that a significant portion of dangerous substances being distributed online could be traced back to AlphaBay. This was no longer just a hidden website. It had become a worldwide illegal network. While AlphaBay users remained anonymous, Alexandre Cazes did not. He lived an extremely wealthy lifestyle. Luxury homes in Bangkok, properties overseas, high-end sports cars and motorcycles. Friends believed his wealth came from digital currency trading. Online, he openly showed his success and lifestyle. According to his own records, Alexandre Cazes was worth more than $20 million. But this lifestyle created a serious problem. It made him visible. For years, Alexandre Cazes believed he was untouchable. AlphaBay was protected by layers of encryption. Its users were anonymous. Its servers were hidden across the world. To most people, it looked impossible to shut down. But while AlphaBay was built with advanced technology, its creator made simple human mistakes. The investigation began when US authorities started tracing the source of illegal opioids flooding American cities. Again and again, the trail led back to AlphaBay. The FBI, DEA, and RCMP formed a joint task force. They weren't just hunting a website. They were hunting the person behind it. One of the biggest breakthroughs came from something small, an email address. Hidden inside the technical headers of AlphaBay's welcome emails and password recovery messages was a Hotmail account. pimp_alex_91@hotmail.com. That address had been used years earlier, long before AlphaBay became massive. Investigators followed the trail. It led them to a Canadian citizen living in Thailand, Alexandre Cazes. As surveillance increased, investigators noticed something alarming. Alexandre wasn't living like a man in hiding. He owned luxury homes, drove expensive cars, spent freely. The lifestyle didn't match the story of a cryptocurrency trader. Authorities now believe they had found Alpha 02. On July 5th, 2017, Thai police, working with US authorities, moved in. They raided Alexandre Cazes' home in Bangkok. Inside, they found what investigators had hoped for: his laptop, unlocked, unencrypted. On that single device was everything: a spreadsheet listing his wealth, passwords to AlphaBay servers, cryptocurrency wallets, and active login access to AlphaBay as the site administrator. At that moment, the case was over. Alexandre Cazes was arrested the same day. Hours later, U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced the takedown publicly, calling it one of the most important criminal investigations of this entire year. AlphaBay was shut down. Its servers were seized. Millions of dollars in cryptocurrency were confiscated. The largest dark web marketplace in history had fallen. Not because of a hack, not because of a betrayal, but because its creator forgot one thing: no system is stronger than the human behind it.